Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I wanted to do a little bit of a reflection of 2023 concerning some of my favorite decks or most used decks in this sense. Um, and it is going to be intertwining a little bit with intentions for 2024. Um, I was looking back. Wait, I'm sorry. And honestly, I think in the beginning of 2023, I was mostly using my own deck, which is the alkebulan. Um, I've shown that many times, so I will not do it again. But I think this was my most used deck, and it was a little bit later in 2023 where I started to again play with other decks. One of them is the Somnia Tarot. I got this in January of 2023, and I had been playing on and off with it, and somewhere in the middle of 2023 it became my go-to. I kept going back to the Somnia Tarot. I really love this deck. There is some energy about it that feels so my kind of Scorpio. It really feels like me in the deck. um and yeah, that didn't change. I actually made an oracle for it. And I used that in the beginning, and then when we went into the darker part of 2023, I started to pair it with Earth and Bone. This is the indie edition. I think it's now available mass market, but I'm liking my indie edition. Okay, let me put aside these for a second. So even though the art is very different, and I hope you can see it with the dark background, these were giving amazing readings together. So that's normally not me. I'm very much into my aesthetics, but at the same time, yeah, aesthetics, sorry, can be great. But yeah, if it doesn't give a profound message, then yeah, again, what's the point, right? So yeah, this is something that was really, really working amazing. And then I think it was like a month ago or something, a month, two maybe. I think it was in November. So September, October, this was really my go-to. And then I created a dark oracle, and I had no idea yet how I was going to pair it or with what. I just made the oracle without really thinking about which deck I was going to pair with it. And then I think it was in my video when I showed the decks that I got in, that I made, that I paired them together because it was like an epiphany thing. And that worked so great. So for me, it had a little bit of the same kind of energy as Earth and Bone, but it was then also photographic. And I don't know, with the keywords I chose for my darker oracle, these two, gave amazing readings. And even though we're now in the new year, I don't think I'm really done with these two yet. I might never be. They didn't leave my table no more, I'm really loving them together. They communicate amazingly. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a cold. This is why I was also late with my reflection. I wanted to do it like the 1st of January or something. I'm sorry. Oh. But yeah, my cold wouldn't let me. So yeah, these two, especially the Somnia Tarot is definitely a most used deck for me. Because this one is a little bit newer, right? I cannot really say that it's most used, but it worked so greatly with my Somnia that it definitely became, one that I definitely used a lot. So yeah, the Somnia Tarot. Great deck. Really, really like it. And I'm glad that I got it. Okay, why doesn't it feel... Was that... Oh no, see? I was like, it shouldn't be that empty. Yeah, better. Okay. Let's see. Wait, I'm sorry. Let's see. What else did we have? Another deck I really used, I think more even than last year, is my Tazama African Tarot. Yeah, not too many, not so much space here, so I need to make space. I think when they came out, I think it was somewhere beginning or middle of the year, that they dropped their PDF for the ancestors in this deck. And it gave me really a new boost, you know. Not that I didn't work with it. I worked with it before. But yeah, with that combination, you know, of really getting to know the people on these cards, yeah, again, it gave me really a new kind of boost to work with it, you know. And yeah, I've used it a lot since then. The funny part was that I made an oracle. Let me take it. In all honesty, there is an original one, but I didn't like the artwork. So I made artwork for myself, but I did use their key sentences because that was the magic of that deck for me, which is the Animal Power Oracle. If you will look for it, you will see it on Amazon. Again, this is different because I didn't like the art on the original one. But because I use also, let me see, plain colored backgrounds, I don't know, maybe that's why they were going well together. But yeah, I kind of loved how they were communicating with each other. Normally I would do more tarot cards, but yeah, I just wanted to show you which two decks, yeah, kind of stole my heart. So yeah, these two, yeah, they came up a lot in a pairing. Again, I love to put them together. Okay, what am I feeling here? Oh, okay. It's not like everyone is matching. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it that really works for me. And I like that. Because this is then very heavy in the ancestral realm, right? And this is really in the animal realm. So, yeah, the fact that they go together, I wouldn't have thought it, to be honest. It was, I think I had this one on my desk, and then I was using this for something else, and then I placed it next to it, and then this, thing came about, right? Like, oh, I think they might go together. I mean, this is cool, right? When the colors are matching, but again, that's not always the case, but it still works, especially with the messages. So yeah, the Tazama African Tarot, with my own version of the Animal Power Oracle, I think it's called, or Animal Power Deck, something like that. There's a part of me that wants to take this deck out of its box, but I never seem to do it. Yes, I really like this deck. There's a simplicity in it, in how I did the art. Very simple, but yeah, it gives a lot. And I really like it. Yeah, I cannot lie. I really like this deck. I was actually thinking even, because this is really big, to make a smaller version. But yeah, in all honesty, it doesn't matter. Because again, as long as I love a deck, I will use it no matter what. Cardstock size, I don't care. So yeah, this is my Animal Power. But again, if you would like this, I have this art, but with different keywords on makeplayingcards.com. Because again, I didn't find that I should use this, because I took that from somebody else, right? So I have the deck, exactly the same. I just use different keywords for the animals. If you want these keywords, then again, you can go mass market Animal Power Deck or something. and you will find it. It's nice. It's a nice big deck because it has a lot of cards. I think it was 75 or something, so it's a good chunk. So that too was a deck that I really used a lot. And then this is in the end of the year, because this is also when I got it. But from October till now, and I knew this had really something to do with the war on Gaza, you know, that I wanted, because I couldn't really read. My spirituality was really low in these months, you know. When I was working with the Samnia Tarot, it was really specific for certain practices, right? But I couldn't really connect anymore. And I got this one secondhand. But it was the only deck that, yeah, I really wanted to work with. And that is the Landback Tarot of Auntie K, of our own Auntie K, here on YouTube. And yeah, this one is something else. I was really feeling connected to this one, and I was using it heavily in that time for myself, for community readings when it came to, again, Gaza, you know, to maybe calm my own soul in that sense. But yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Something happened. It concerned a Palestinian artist, Heba Zagout. She got killed in Gaza, and I didn't know of her. Not gonna lie, I didn't know of her. I found out about her, well, again, after her death. And I loved her art, but it's only on Instagram. She was not, well, here anymore, right? So it's not like anything new came. How long will it stay on Instagram? And I felt this urge, yeah, to keep her art, right? So I used her art, and I made an oracle deck. And again, when I was making it, I had this deck in mind, but I just wanted to save the art in an oracle deck, you know. But with this in mind, they actually did pair, and still pair, you know, absolutely amazingly. So I'm very happy I did that. And again, these were great. I love this deck, you know. When I have it in my hands, I feel like I saved something. Is that a weird thing to say? That's a little bit weird to say, but maybe in my heart that's how it feels, right? Like, oh, I saved something, right? Who am I? I cannot do nothing. My voice is one of many. We feel frustrated. We feel not heard, right? But yeah, in that case, it really felt like I saved something. And again, with this, especially in a combination of this, I never paired it with anything else. I had this in mind in the sense of, oh, maybe I can pair it with the Landback. I didn't know if that was going to work. But I felt like, yeah, it doesn't matter because I want the deck. I want this to be created as a deck, right? But then, yeah, when I had it in my hand and I paired it with this, it was perfect. So it never paired also with anything else, which is good. I mean, this is the Landback Tarot, but there are also the Oracle of Colonization. But again, I said it before, in her guidebook, she talks about that, yes, it can be used as an oracle, but she really saw the similarity in as it being a shadow arcana. And when I read that, normally I don't use extra cards maybe in a deck. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I do. But in this one, I kept all of them, yeah. I wanted that element of that shadow arcana in there. So yeah, that left me with, well, not an oracle to pair it with. So everything worked out greatly in that sense. And yeah, I've used this one a lot again. Oh, these are my beautiful backings, the Palestinian flag. So yeah, in that sense, yeah, it was a perfect combination. It came together, maybe not as I envisioned, but at the same time as I envisioned. The Landback Tarot. Ooh, it is a strong deck. It's a beautiful deck. It's a powerhouse for me. And I'm pretty sure that will never leave my collection. it has now a certain, I thought that the time that I bought it, I thought it would be more about the decolonization when it came to, well, black people, right? In that sense. I thought that I might use it for that. And then it became something completely different, right? It's so hard to explain because it literally came in the first week of that the war started. And I was so depleted. I was so, well, a little bit lost, you know. And yeah, even though it's the same thing, right? Whatever is happening there, we as a black community, as the community of the natives, right? They know all of this, right? This is not news to us. And while I thought I was gonna shove it in a certain kind of category in that sense, right? It became something very different. And I knew I was gonna love this deck, but yeah, it became a pillar. It really became a pillar. So I'm really happy in that sense, right? I mean, not happy, but you know what I mean. I'm very pleased with that deck, and again, it's not one that I'm pretty sure will never leave my collection. Okay, what else do we got? Also in the later part, because I made a Rastafarian tarot, and I'm really enjoying this one. Because, yeah, I have the Roots Reggae Tarot, but it's a Major Arcana deck alone. And the first deck I ever created myself was my Bob Marley. Okay, this is going to be black on black, which is not great, but I hope you can see the decks. So I made this, and I was working, of course, with my Roots Reggae Tarot. But again, it's only... Major Arcana, and I'm missing the rest. I mean, I am. So I was like, well, I gotta make one myself. And this was a labor of love, even though it's a pip deck. Yeah, it took me quite some time. It was not like choop, done, you know. So yes, I've been working with these two, and I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. What's there to say? I mean, there are some, well, famous. Yeah, that's the word, right? I mean, this is Julia Marley. I will put the name under it. I mean, I know them. I don't know why I put it under them. This is the mom of Bob Marley. Haile Selassie, of course. Marcus Garvey. This is not per se a famous person. Okay, that sounds weird, right? So there's a combination of, right? And again, it's pip, but for me, great. This is a painting of King Solomon as Magus, of course. The Devil, Pope Paulus the Sixth. The High Priestess, Queen Sheba. Again, it's a painting because, well, we don't have really a rendering of her, right? Judgment, I made it like the Ark of Noah, right? Again, it's very, there is a biblical element in there in the sense of, again, Rastafarianism, right? But yeah, I'm loving my Rastafarian tarot. I cannot help it. When it comes to the Bob Marley Oracle, I don't know, maybe if you didn't see my other videos, I used art of him and I used parts of his lyrics, you know. So in this case, yeah, fools die for want of wisdom. And this is compared with the Emperor Haile Selassie, you know. So for the Bob Marley Oracle, well, for me it's okay, right? I mean, I know his lyrics, but yeah, for me that's really about that, because his lyrics are so deep, you know, that I can tap into his lyrics and then reflect back on my tarot. And again, I'm loving them. I'm loving them. This one is already older and I used it quite a bit, and it really came back heavy, you know, when my Rastafarian tarot finally came in. So, yes. Aren't they great? I love them. I know I should stop, but I just love them. I cannot help it. I cannot help it. They're beautiful. Israel vibration. So, you know, they all come back because I still have it. It's not going anywhere. It's just not one I use that much because it's only majors, right? When it comes to my Roots Reggae tarot. So I wanted those elements of all these artists coming back, you know. But I also wanted, well, everyday kind of people, right? Mutabaruka. So yeah, I made a little bit of an mixture, and yeah, I've been using it a lot. This too, for me, the Rastafarian tarot. Like I said, even though there is definitely an emphasis on religion, because again, it's based on religion, right? We're tapping into religion, but for me, it's a more fairer religion. Oh my god, I'm shoving cards everywhere. 1 second. I don't want to walk over it, or my cat's gonna be walking over it, you know. So yeah, the Rastafarian tarot, definitely use that a lot since I got it in there. Since I got it in, you know. And yeah, I'm definitely loving it. These are the backs. Rasta colors, of course. Because with Bob, I wanted to do Rasta colors, but I ended up doing the Pan-African flag. Which for me is perfect because now I got both in my decks. Which is amazing. I love it. Love it, love it. So yes, also one that I used a lot this year. And I'm not seeing that change because it has really, it became a little bit of a pillar too, you know, especially when, because I'm not a religious person according to the book, you know, because I can find truth in the Quran, I can find truth in the Torah, I can find truth, you know, in the Bible, but at the same time, I can find lies in all three of them. But I believe in a creator, and when it comes to Rastafarianism, this is closest to my heart, if I say it like that, you know. Okay. Another deck, again, it's gonna be one of my own, but yeah, it's next to me because I have all these wood colors here on my desk. You know, I love wood colors. And the original tuck box was white, so it was really not working here. I actually made a tuck box that would fit my style here because I've been using, it doesn't fit the deck, it fits the outside. Because I've been working with my Nubian toes also quite a lot. Absolutely love this deck. I love my alkebulan, but oh my god, I'm loving my toes. Because I think, because even original toes is one of my, is my first deck, you know. And I know that deck so well. And I've been really enjoying my Nubian toes. Cannot help it. I could act like I'm better than that, and that it's not gonna be my deck, but yeah, it is. It is, because I love it. I really do. It's next to me. It's my go-to grab deck, like my toes was, my original toes, you know. And since I have this one, I'm still using my toes, but I see I'm grabbing more this one, which was the whole point, right? Which was the whole point. So yes, absolutely loving my Nubian toes. It's the best thing I made. Well, alkebulan too, but still, I have a love affair with my Nubian toes for now. So yeah, that's also a deck. Yeah, this is the backing, love the backing, that I've been really using heavily. I'm not really, okay, wait, let me first put this away, because yeah, this is what you get when you make them yourself. They're never that perfect, you know, as the one that is mass produced. But hey, it works perfectly. So I've not really been ever using an oracle like a one card pull, but over the year, because I got this one in the beginning of the year, again, creation of my own. Well, not the art. The art I collected from all different kinds of black creators, you know, black artists. And that was not, when I started collecting them, it was not in my mind that I was gonna make an oracle. I was seeing beautiful art pieces on Facebook or Instagram, and I ended up saving that picture, you know. And then I had this whole folder, yeah, with saved pictures, yeah, of all these beautiful art pieces. And then I was like, I should make an oracle out of this, which I did. And I might actually want this version too in a smaller one, because again, it's such a big one. But at the same time, I don't care, because I love this deck. In combination with tarot, it's perfect. Yeah, I never pulled a card and I didn't know which way this reading was gonna go, you know. I love this deck. Yeah, I think when it comes to oracle, any oracle deck I created myself, this might actually be my favorite one. I really, really love this oracle. So yes, what's there to say? And lately, in the last couple of weeks, I've been pulling a one card, you know, in the morning. And that worked great too. Yeah, I really like that. Sometimes later in the day, I will take that card still, you know, and go with tarot around it. I just love this deck. Yeah, I want to bring it in. I hadn't used it in a couple of weeks, maybe. Really in a reading with tarot. This is how it came on my desk, to get a one card pull, because again, I was missing the deck, you know. So yeah, again, this I think, I'm pretty sure it's my favorite of the decks I made. It is so powerful, it is so strong, it is so beautiful. And again, I have nothing to do with the art, you know. It's all collected from black artists, which again, it started with saving them, right? And then I had this 100 something beautiful pieces on my phone, and I was like, yeah, I should do something with that, right? I should do something with that. And it became this oracle. I showed the backs, right? These are the backs. Yeah, it's a beauty. I absolutely love it. I created my own, even my own box for it, which is perfect. Well, it's on the backings, right? The colorations and stuff. And here, yeah, it's perfect. Love everything about it. And I mean, it's like a perfect fit. So yes, that is my Afro oracle. Okay, let's see, what else do we got? I think that were my most used decks. In really, like in the last 2 weeks of December, I found something that I wanted to explore in 2024. And let me see, how would I put this, right? And I didn't need to actually buy decks for that, because I found I have decks in my collection. The Moonchild Tarot, I got that one and I was using it in a certain way, but I wanted to, what's the word, expand on it, because I found a practice, you know, that I wanted. Well, again, I'm thinking about a new practice in 2024, and I thought that this deck would be perfect for that. And then later on, I was thinking about, okay, but I also like to pull, again, Oracle, you know. I pull multiple decks, you know, when it comes to readings. And the one that came to mind was the Love Oracle of Eden. I think, and I was right if I say so myself, that this would have, that this would be a perfect combination, you know. Also the beautiful purple or eggplant kind of color, And okay, let me put this there, this here. So it's very different, right? Because this is collage, and even though I think there's a certain amount of collage, but this is photography. I mean, you know, white border, all of that. But oh my god, they're perfect together. I love them together. Yeah. Let me put, yeah. So I was playing with these. Like I said, I have a certain kind of practice in mind, and I was looking at my decks, what I wanted from them, right? And yeah, these two really popped up for me to, well, reuse, right, in this practice. Yeah. I can still use this one in my old practice, but for now I wanted to focus a little bit on again this new practice. And these two, yeah, both came in 2023. This one in the beginning, this one a little bit more near the end. I mean, I got this when it came out. This was a pre-order, but both came in this year. And again, you know, sometimes you have an idea where you want to place them, and in all honesty, I didn't have that with this. This one was in the beginning a little bit hard for me, because I don't do really love readings, and even though it's a love oracle, it's not just romantic love. It talks about community, right? Self-love, family kind of love, all that. But I still found it a little bit hard to place it, and I'm really happy, even though I have been using it, but really sporadically and not really knowing where it would fit in, you know? And I think with this practice, it's really gonna get a place, and it's gonna get a heavier use, you know? I mean, I knew it was not gonna go anywhere. I think I'm very clear when it comes to black creators, black artists, black art, you know, then I'm all for it. That I want to support that. And I have been doing that in 2023. I have rehomed a lot of decks and replaced that kind of category, yeah, with a black deck. Whether that's a black artist or a black art, you know. And that is really working out great for me. And that's also something I will keep in mind, yeah, when it comes to 2024. That is something I still want to be doing. And if you're wondering what I mean with that, well, for example, I had the gold tarot from Cat Black or something. I had the influence of Angels Tarot. If you look at my deck collection, one of my first videos when I came here last year on YouTube, and all these decks really were fitting in more into a religious kind of space reading, right? And I've replaced them now. These are decks that are all rehomed, and now the sole focus is the Black Madonna, right? Is that really a black deck? Yeah, no, you know, the artist is South African, you know, but at the same time, it's the Black Madonna, right? So instead of all these other things, yeah, I really focused on that deck. At the same time, I now have the Rastafarian Tarot, which again, there is a layer of religion in there. But it's a black deck, even though that one I might have created myself then, you know. But that's a little bit what I mean. So decks that were that fitted in a certain space, but I wasn't really using, maybe because they're white. Even if I was using them, I was trying to find a replacement from a black artist, you know. I don't think that me doing that yet is gonna crash the market. So you know what I mean. I really wanted that. I wanted my collection to reflect what I believe in, what I stand for, you know. So I did that. And again, I really did a big chunk in 2023, and it's something I will also do in 2024. Again, I cannot tell you, yeah, how, when, and where it will come when it will come, because yeah, I do live in Europe, so it's harder for me, you know, to really get all these decks from America. And of course, these beautiful black decks, yeah, they're all in America, you know. but anyway, I'm trying, yeah? Little baby steps, but I'm trying. And actually, I do believe that in 12 months, I did already do a big step. But I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, for this is not most used. This actually came in new because we're gonna go now to 2024, I think. Okay, maybe one I will show in a second. Anyway, because this is gonna be in this kind of practice, where the Moonchild Tarot and the Love Oracle of Eden will fit the bigger readings. I bought this deck for 2024 for one card pulls. To really meditate on that one message that I'm getting. And I've seen this deck before, and even though it's beautiful, I didn't find a space for it in that sense. But again, the practice that I want to delve into in 2024, it is about the goddess Asherah. And she is very intertwined with the Tree of Life, right? And there's also another deck, Mass Market, that is the Tree of Life. I might get that eventually to really incorporate here too. But I saw this one at a local shop, and I was like, that would be cool, right? I mean, it's all trees, right? It's even the Ascension edition, which is the whole point. And I did like the what's it called, the keywords, or sometimes even phrases. It's a good chunk. I think there were 80 oracle cards, which is perfect, right? So I was like, I think this would work. Yeah, I think I can shuffle the cards, yeah, and pick a card and then really try to meditate on that one, right? Even if aesthetically it doesn't work with the others, I can still put that one. So for example here, oh, overthinking, oh my god, yeah, okay, I surrender. So even aesthetically, if they don't fit perfectly with the Moonchild, that doesn't matter to me, because I can really think about this, I can journal about this, or just really let my mind go, right, in meditation. And if I really want to go deeper into it, I could always take the Moonchild and the Love Oracle of Eden out, yeah, and really well, dive deeper, right? But this is really for the one card pulls, yeah? So that's not normally like a practice I really do, but I was, again, this year is gonna be like, I want to study about Asherah deeper. I have some elements of an altar, for example, that I want to set up for her, but I didn't do that yet. I just put everything together, not perfectly, not even beautiful, you know? And I really want to study, make a little bit of a grimoire, you know, with her information, and then with that process, I want to fill in that altar the way I see fit, and then I want to interact with that altar by, again, you know, like I said, pulling this deck there, picking a card, really thinking about it, really you know what I mean? So anyway, that is something I'm really looking forward to this year. And again, I've been prepared. I bought stuff and stuff. So yes, one that came in 2023, again, I cannot say most used because it literally came in December, but I'm so happy with this deck. I just need to mention it. It doesn't have a category here. It has nothing to do with most used in 2023. I don't know what my intentions are in 2024. I love this deck, and I'm so happy I got it, because she closed up her shop on December 31st. This is what I heard. I think it was the sister from Nine Coins Tarot, right? She did a walkthrough of her deck. I think it was in November, if I'm not mistaken. I will link her channel down below. Anyway, I don't even know why I pressed play. It was not that I mean, I'm watching this sister, but I knew the deck. It was not something new, right? But I pressed play anyway, and I'm very happy because she was like, well, I got it because they're closing up shop. And I was like, oh, shit. So I needed to get it too. But yeah, so again, in all honesty, it doesn't really have anything to do with reflections or whatever, or intention. I do want to, because I'm going to use it more as an oracle. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of tuck boxes, especially if the bottom is also tucked in, because it's annoying. But anywho. I do want to dive deeper into looking how I can maybe have this incorporated in an ancestor reading. And I paired it with my antique blacks, of course. You know. I've shown this deck so many times here. I love this deck. It's one of my all-time favorites. And this is a perfect combination, you know? I love it. There is absolutely, this is perfection. Yeah, even though this is small and this is big, but if I would do so, you know what I mean? But again, perfect. Yeah, there is nothing more perfect than these two together. I also paired it with the black and white and gold version of my Adinkra Oracle and the black, white, and gold version of Kikongo cards. And oh, that is perfection too. So I might be playing around with all of these decks and seeing, you know, how I can incorporate that, you know, in my ancestral readings. If I can maybe make a new kind of reading, you know, next to my older kind of readings, because they still work out great for me. So we're not going to change what's not broken. But yeah, with this one, I'm getting the urge, you know, to create something new. So we will see. In that case, it may fit into my intentions of 2024, right? Okay. And then, yeah, again, no further real intentions, you know. This is just me reflecting a little bit, right, on 2024 and where I want to go in, or 2023 and where I want to go in 2024. I want to mention that in 2023, I mean, it's never perfect, but I do like that mass market. Yeah, we had a lot of great black decks, yeah, of black creators, black art, black beautiful, you know. Are they all perfect? Probably not. Yeah, did I still all get them? Absolutely. I'm talking about decks like my brother Wayne Rodney, right? The Global Fusion, beautiful deck, love it. Oh, I forgot the creator, but I I don't even know. I was following that artist already for a long time. African Gods Oracle, yeah. Beautiful, love it. The Realist Oracle, so fun, so normally not my style, right, when it comes to art. And I'm enjoying that Oracle. The Elemental Alchemist. In all honesty, I don't know how I want to be working with that deck yet. I still got it, we will see. Black Moon Lilith. Oh my god, I went from, I don't like this art, but it's black, so I'm gonna get it anyway, you know, to, oh my god, I love the concept, right? And I'm forgetting even a little bit about the art. So love that deck. And then my latest walkthrough, the Black Goddess Within. Oh my god, it's such a beautiful deck. I think multiple of us agree that it depends on the way you want to use it, or it might get you might have some issues with it, you know, but I love the deck. So decks like these that came out this year, right? I mean, they make me happy. I still want more, but they make me very happy. I see that tarot, in my opinion, don't attack me, people, but in my opinion, it's going one way. or a different kind of way, right? Where we see more gameplay, we see using it for writing, and that's all fine, you know. However, I don't like it when people call me using the tarot, yeah, as a stereotypical way of using the tarot. No. But okay, whatever. I still love my divination part, right? I mean, to each their own, and who am I to tell other people what to do? But yeah, I love my divination. Divination for me is the divine conversation. And that is what I like to have. I got in yesterday. It was something that I wanted for quite some time. It was a little bit of a sale. So let's close off with a beautiful deck. I'm going to do a full walkthrough of this deck pretty soon. But I'm just happy and I want to share. I cannot wait in 2024 to practice this deck or to incorporate this deck in my practice. The Ani Tarot. I love it. Okay, I will show a few cards. There was a sale, but by the time I did shipping and I did the custom fees, right, it would still be way too expensive. So I shipped it to my friend. I think I bought it in July or August somewhere. But again, I shipped it to my friend, and he shipped me, yeah, for Christmas, a big box of goodies, records, especially reggae, right? CDs, vinyls, all that good stuff. And he shipped me my deck also. So I could avoid all the extra costs, right? I needed to wait a little bit, but I could avoid the extra costs. And I'm so happy. I hope it's not too glossy on the screen. I will do a complete walkthrough of this deck, maybe the coming week, because I got it yesterday and I've been playing with it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I connected with the creator because there's apparently a PDF guidebook and I do want to get it, and I think I'm waiting a little bit for that before I do the walkthrough, you know. But again, the creator is well, white, but she created this deck for her friend. Yeah, her friend is Nigerian roots, if I'm not mistaken. And she created this apparently as a birthday present. But I love the fact that she puts in here Egyptian kind of references, Ghana, the Adinkra symbols we find in here. There's like layer on layer on layer of different African spirituality going in there, you know, and that's really what I like. I didn't know if this art was gonna be something for me, but I've been, especially this year, when, like I said, I've been replacing some, well, white decks. Okay, that sounds really bad, but you know what I mean. For black decks. I've been expanding my own boundaries a little bit, right? Like, okay, but, right? And it's been going really good. And now that I have this in my hand, yeah, I don't know if it's my style. I only know that I love it. That's the only thing that I know. So not too much, but like I said, I will do a walkthrough of this beauty pretty soon. Again, you know me, I always say I'm not really the biggest fan when the backing is with the name, but again, I also always say if a deck works for me, I don't care about anything else, which is true. So this is not even one that I bought right now. I think I bought one this month. I will show it to you in a second. I bought this months ago. It's just that I just got it because, well, my friend sent my goodie box. Yeah. And I got it yesterday, my goodie box. So yeah, the one that I bought, I was really intrigued because it's okay. What I don't like, okay, I got a lot to say about this one. It's Le Tarot de Kemet. It's a French deck. I can see that this book is amazing, but I'm going to need to translate the crap out of this one. But I can see how amazing it is. The thing is, it's majors only. Why? Because it's so beautiful, you know. Okay, they're not in order anymore, but Le Pendu, and you can see that's Nuit. Le Hermite, you can see his toes. So it's all Kemet. I wish, you know, this would have been a full one. I would have loved to work with this. Isn't it beautiful? I'm still gonna try to find a way to work with a majors only deck, which again for me is a problem. If you have some practices where you love to use majors only, please tell me. Because, oh, I love this. This is beautiful. I love it. I've been playing with it and looking through it, you know, from the moment I got it. And yet the only thing I'm getting stuck on, you know, is like, shit, it's a majors only, you know. I still wanted it. I still bought it. It's gilded. It's beautiful back. I love it, really. I just, I wish it was a complete deck. And then, like I said, I can see, I mean, for 21 cards, look at the bigness of this book, yeah? This is a good book, but yeah, again, I'm gonna need to translate it. I don't speak French. I don't. But I do want to get into it. So this is something that is gonna go slow, right? We're gonna go slow, gonna take our time, page per page. And I'm still, like I said, thinking about how I want to use it. Because normally, if I buy a deck, I'm pretty sure how I want to use it, you know. I don't buy a deck and then, yeah, don't know where it's going to fit. Like I said, in all honesty, I did it with the Love Oracle of Eden. When I bought it, I was a little bit nervous, and the only thing that calmed me down is what, like, would it really matter? It's a black artist, it's a black deck, and I was like, no, I still wanted it. But again, most of my decks, 99%, you know, it has a job to do. Yeah, it has a specific place in my practice. But yeah, with this one, I just love that it was all Egyptians, and they're all black. They're not like white Egyptians, which I love. But yeah, again, I don't know yet how I want to be working with a majors only deck. But hey, that's just, yeah, again, this is my only purchase, yeah, in January, which is fine. I don't need more. Oh no, I purchased another one. What's it called? It was on Etsy. I seen it from a sister, not on YouTube, but in one of the Facebook groups. She posted a reading, and I love the cards. And I had it saved in my wish list or favorites or whatever. And I got a notification from Etsy that it was on sale. So I did save a lot, and I did order it. But yeah, when it comes, we will take a look at it. Okay, anyway, like I said, this is it for me. I had some definitely most used decks in 2023. This year was also really a year for me about creation. I created a lot of my own decks, which I really love because it really it really focused my practice, right? I mean, this is what I wanted, and this is what I could not get. So yeah, I created it myself and really made it fit into my practice. Which again, I'm really thankful for. I'm really proud of, if I'm honest. But yeah, even decks that I didn't show now in this video, decks like the Yami Oracle. I mean, I've shown this deck many times. It's absolutely one of my favorites. But with that deck, I have a really specific practice that I'm really studying all the Orisha, right? I'm really diving into my own Nigerian roots. So even though that is definitely a deck I've been using a lot this year, I didn't put it in here because it became something very personal, you know? And it's really about that one card pull. And in all honesty, if I really needed to pick all the decks, yeah, we would be here again, yeah, till next Christmas. But yeah, I might in the future do something specific about certain practices I have and how or which decks I'm pulling into that, you know. I've been thinking about that, but yeah, again, we will see. Anyway, for now, I wish you all a very, very happy new year. I have been gone for a while for different kind of reasons. But I hope I'm gonna be a little bit more regular again. But yeah, we will see. We will see. Anyway, again, thank you all for being here. I wish you all a very, very happy new year. May all your dreams come true. Okay, you know what to do. Stay kind, stay aware, and be blessed. Okay, bye bye.